there's a big duality over Delhi in EU4. On one hand, it has plenty of course, nice ideas and great mission tree, but on the other hand, it's on the edge of dying to Sirkit on all the other nations. It has 1-1 run rural and 1-0-0 heir, so it's completely ruined nation that has absolutely no chance of surviving. So honestly, if you want to play Delhi, it's better just to form it as Jaunpur or Sirkit. But there's an achievement in EU4 to save this particular country and rebuild its big borders. How quickly you can achieve that? You have to check it yourself. Remember that if you want to get notified about this or any other upcoming series, you can subscribe to this channel, and this will support us to get to the 90,000 subscribers, especially that I can see that only 40% of you are subscribing, and bring this up to 50 would already let us do that. First things first, we need to set up the estates, and it's gonna be different than normally because we are in India and we are Muslim. So from back means we are gonna take no impact on the dharmic faith provinces, as well as religious unity and more loyalty and influence. From ulema we're gonna take the admin points, monthly piety, better relations for the same religion, and also later the cheaper advisors. From Amish we'll go take mill points, manpower, cheaper advisor, and supremacy of the crown. From Rajputs, I'm not gonna take anything for now, while from the Giants, we're gonna take the development cost and state maintenance, as well as 1% loans.
Hello, I like money.
As for the advisors, let's take the manpower one here, trade guy here, and the inflation guy here. Our taxation policy is gonna be focused on co-creation cost. Setup rivals is gonna be Timurs and Jaunpur. In 1 or 2 months you're gonna get declared by Sirkit, and they're gonna have 14,000 troops. To be able to fight against it, I'm gonna go and recruit 3 company, as well as a company with a good general to fight against them. And I'm gonna go for the 232, and on top of that I will build 2 additional 1,000 of manpower troops. Let's remember that as soon as our war with Sirkits, we need to disinherit this piece of trash 100. I'll be improving my relations with Bengal to be able to ally them, but I can really merge them right away. And at the same time I'm gonna go and seize land to keep our crown at over 20%. We're gonna lose some money for some time, but this is something expected, and as soon as we fully annex Sirkit, that's gonna be far better. The biggest problem against Sirkit is this general, 454. Carry favors on Bengal, so maybe I'll get it to 10 before my war against Jaunpur. There it goes, the rise of Bahul. Declare the war. They are declaring on me. But as they were drilling these 8,000 troops, that's a big chance for us. Okay, they can't run away, I'll be 1 day before they could. So this might be even a stack wipe, because this 6,000 is running away. Yes! This is what we wanted, this is what we needed. And thanks to this little maneuver, I can now send the manpower stack to Sirkit and send the other guys to Lahore. That they think that they can do something. Look, they're going to Samana. I'll let them be movement locked. Then I'm gonna take this guys with the better leader. I'm gonna take this whole army. And these guys, they're just having such a good general that it's a really tough battle. Especially with our rolls. But we should still win it. And Genji coming in Lahore this time, but I should be able to reinforce on time. 5 div, yes, that should be an easy one. Okay, with Lahore down, just gonna go and unite my troops, wipe Sirkit's army, and maybe even piece this out after carpetaging the provinces. They are already accepting our peace deal, but stack wipe is a stack wipe. Take this, take full money. Thank you so much. Remember, that was all our cores, so I don't have to core anything. All I have to do is to, of course, state those provinces for ourselves. And now we need to get ready to fight with Jaunpur, which won't be as easy. The mission is giving me perma claims on Multan. Also our economy is far better, now we have 11 of income, accept Punjabi culture, and at the same time we need to disinherit our heir, which will hurt our prestige, but we really need to do that. You know what, why I'm waiting anyway for the favors on Bengal to build, I'm gonna go and quickly take down whole Multan for ourselves. Why I'm sieging those 2 forts and I have 10,000 of army that is doing absolutely nothing, we just turn it on and take care of Kashmir, because it only is allied to Jaisalmer, fully annexing Multan is 29 overextension. And there goes the mission Restore the Rule over Multan, which gives me 100 of mill points. Oh, sorry. 453 heir, but with weak claim. But the thing is, he might start with a weak claim, but it's gonna increase 0.21 monthly, so I'll get it at least to average claim until my ruler dies. Honestly, we got extremely unlucky here because they allied both Gujarat and Sindh.
No! God, please, no! No!
And I would have to fight 50k troops to get into Jaunpur, and Bengal is nowhere close to want to help me, even with 10 favors.
No!
So I'll go and attack Mewar first, and as we are very rich, I will go and take the Grand Company, so 10,000 of mercs, and even with this, we'll be still making money, just probably I'll have to get rid of 3 company, as will be over our force limit. I think this is one of the fastest radical reforms I ever got, 1451, of course, obviously, I'm gonna cancel those 2 advisors, 400 mana for us, which we really need, guys. Retake the advisors with most of the provinces from Mewar occupied and most of the army killed. Whew. I can wipe this Baglana, by the way, first. Then we're gonna attack Jaunpur to avoid Gujarat from helping them. Of course, I'll do that later. First, I need to go and separate peace Sindh, and I'm simply gonna break the alliances. So in like 7-8 years, I'm gonna go and take them down. This is something bad because I'm gonna lose prestige and diplomatic reputation, but Gujarat got attacked by Bahmans, about which I completely don't care. Just decline this and let them die. I'm not gonna prolong the Jaunpur war anymore. I'm gonna take all of my cores, which is not that long of a truce. This is absolutely no aggressive expansion. This allows us to become a great power number 8. I don't want to take like full war score from Mewar yet, because that's gonna be a lot of expansion. I most importantly want the gold mine over here, so that's gonna be the key in this peace deal, and on top of that, full money. 50 trucks expansion is not that bad, so we started this campaign very nicely with all of these provinces in our hands, with not so bad Agas expansion situation. And this makes our income perfectly nice. No issues, even though we are still hiring a big merc company. My first government reform is gonna be the Daxmetan, of course the manpower. It's time to state this little state where there's a gold mine, and of course I'm gonna right away core it and decrease the autonomy just after the war. So we have already 1.5 income from gold over here, and when I do this and dev the province 3 times, it's already 3 ducats, so our total income is already 27. To increase this income a little bit more, I'm gonna build 3 different mosques. My first idea group is gonna be, and this is a quite hard choice, we have a lot of mill points, but we need the tech right now. We could go for admin for co-creation costs, but we are not that good with admin mana, and diplo mana is also not that good, but I'm gonna go for the diplo ideas. Most importantly for the diplomats to improve relations, for the improved relation bonus itself, diplomatic reputation to its vassals, and cheaper province war score cost. Oh, Mr. Mava, I think it's high time to take you down, and Bengal is gonna help us, so this is a very important information. Attack, wipe these guys, in the meantime switching down Sindh. Either just rented condottiere to my enemies. Oh no!
Anyway.
So I'm just gonna wipe the army here and siege them down because they have absolutely no allies. Time to say goodbye, Mr. Sindh, or how we were saying it in Poland. Do widzenia, proszę pana. This is pretty much only sand.
I don't like sand.
Except a few provinces, and we don't want to fight any rebels in here, so it's gonna increase our autonomy. Well, goodbye, Mr. Malmo, yeah. They once had an army here, and let me delete this merc stack because they are absolutely out of manpower, so I can just delete them and hire someone else because we still need mercs with our manpower situation. Choice is hard, but I'm just gonna go and play with the free company for now. This is not a common picture when AI is actually having a coalition, not a play. I don't have to rush the Malwa war yet. This is because the next war I'll be taking care of is Jaunpur in 3 years. So in 3 years I don't have to piece out anything, so I'm just improving relations with nations that could join my coalition after my war with Malwa. So for example with Orissa, with Gujarat, while in the meantime also with the Wazir, because if I invite a scholar, this is gonna give me an expansion impact, and speaking of which, our heir is now careful. It's time for some 5-head moves. We got Hadoti rebels over here, and Bengal is rushing to deal with them. So to avoid that from happening, I'm gonna peace out Malwa and I'm gonna split them in a nasty peace deal which they will be split in 4 parts. This way, if these rebels start sieging the provinces down and they won't be able to get enough troops to deal with them, rebels will enforce and release a nation which I'll be able to eat. And of course take full money on top of that, send the peace deal, and we need a vassal over here, which is gonna be called Garcha. Garcha, my boys, is already having this core, but they also have cores on those 3 provinces, so this is a very nice war goal for the next war against Malwa. Or maybe if they get rebels of Garcha, they might even break free and join my vassal. Reclaim lost territory, which is tons of claims of Jaunpur that I'm gonna take down in 2 years. As promised, it's time to say goodbye to our ruler. That's lost stability, too bad, but we got 4-5-3 ruler and 2-1-2 heir, which I'll have to get rid of. Theoretically I'm screwed because Jaunpur is allied to Bengal, but Bengal is not really willing to help them, and I'm even more screwed because they are to Afghanistan and Balochistan. White Peace Nagaur, because I use them very soon to shorten my truce with Jaunpur. I can already take whatever I want from Jaunpur, but I want to adjust my peace deal, because look at this. They're literally dying from the rebels, so we need to split their country somehow, the level that they won't be able to deal with them, especially that they have no manpower and no army because of us. So something like this, split them completely in half, take money, and our borders are absolutely beautiful. I guess the expansion is fine, but I guess we have to deal with the Bahmanis to avoid them from joining the coalition. So it's gonna be conquest of this province because it's the most developed one that we are bordering. Call Bengal, send mercs here, send normal army here, and those guys just to be in case in the backline. This is gonna be nasty, Mr. Bahmanis. Let me take all of those provinces. This is because I want to border with Vijay, I want to border with Andhra, and I want to border with those small countries around here. This is almost no expansion because Bahmanis is Shia, so nobody cares. I still have 11 years of truce with Jaunpur, so I'm gonna attack Nagaur. That's gonna get Jaunpur to the war, and very soon I'm just gonna simply white peace them to shorten the truce. Bye 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 bye, Mr. Jaunpur, and please die to rebels. We are slowly getting behind the technology because we don't have the institutions. For example, Tech 6 cost me plus 30% already. This is too much. To fix it, I'm gonna develop the institution in my capital states, so it's gonna spread very quickly. I have the dev cost here, I'm gonna develop it with mainly right now the mill point. So let me spend everything that I have and a little bit of admin money. Remember, diplo points are being spent on finishing the diplomatic ideas. Bahmanis is having big problems after war with us. They only have 15,000 troops and no manpower. To shorten our truce, I'm gonna attack Gujarat because they are guaranteeing them. So let's just go and attack for conquest of Khambat. This attack will kill their army. This attack will harp siege. And here with Bahmanis, it should be fairly easy to white peace them by occupying a couple of provinces and standing on their capital. As the walls got breached in the capital of Gujarat, this is a merc stack and there's only 950 defenders. I'm gonna quickly assault it. Of course, I remember about shift consolidating those troops to make sure those regiments are fighting with the full strength, so this assault is quicker. Sleep well, Mr. Andhra, thank you so much for all those provinces. Of course, to minimize amount of the rebels, I keep increasing the autonomy in the conquered provinces. And I need to attack Vijay because once I peaced out Andhra, they could join my coalition. Anyway, let's say goodbye to Mr. Bahmanis, not taking anything, just a simple white peace to shorten the truce, so I have right now troops ready to fight with Vijay. I believe that should be the last dev click to get the institution, so I could already embrace it. I'm gonna wait for it to spread a little bit around, just get advanced effort 1, advanced effort 2. At the same time, peace out Gujarat, and from them I'm gonna take full war score that is possible, so let's just leave them with a few provinces. That's gonna hurt us a little bit. And do the same to Vijay, but here I'm gonna take a little bit less of the provinces because also achievement requires me to take only those. And second nation will be Pordandabar with the cores all around here, so we minimize the spending of our admin points. This way overextension is actually not 130 but 75%, and I almost have enough mana to core everything. Even though I completely don't really have resources to do that, I'm gonna also attack Orissa only to prevent them from joining my coalition, and we'll be slowly taking care of everything. And I have to do the same on Malwa because our truce with them also just ended. Not gonna lie, it's not very pleasant to fight against so many little stacks, especially that we have one big 20k stacks of mercs and some of manpower troops. But I can already piece out Orissa. I'm gonna take all of those because those are occupied by my ally Bengal, so I'll just leave it for later. And we might be the first nation in Asia to embrace the institution, and it shows us how behind we are in fact are. All Mawa provinces are going to my vassal Garha. Oh boy, I thought that for this achievement you actually need to annex your vassals, but this is wrong. Look, Emperor of Hindustan, and it's not marking provinces of my vassals.
A surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one.
This is so much easier than I thought. Stability! I need it so much. That's gonna be far better for stability of the country, but not for long, because we are about to take more provinces with more overextension, but I think it's still gonna, just below 100. Thank you so much. And I'll feed this one more province to Garha. And guess who is the first great power? Justify my war, so unjustified demands decrease and aggressive expansion impact decrease, which is gonna be a key for our next wars, especially that truce with Bahmais is ending in March. So start annexing my vassals very soon. I'm gonna take this policy, which is diplomatic annexation cost, and also no penalties for annexing a subject. Finally, the province was cost, but at the same time also national honors from our ideas, and this allows me to take far more provinces from Bahmanis to start clearing the borders. The aggressive expansion impact, so instead of 71 aggressive expansion, I would pay 60 of it. Those provinces over here I'm gonna feed into my vassal Pornandabar. Oh, with feeding these provinces to Karnataka and taking some for ourselves, we can become an empire. This also gets us over 100 of extension, but not for long, because we are about to core a couple of provinces that's gonna decrease that, and we are almost there for the achievement. I'm just so stupid, I always keep forgetting about this. Divert trade for each of the vassals, and let's see how it's gonna increase our trading. I mean, it's 9.6, which is not much because we don't have merchants, but it might be higher thanks to this. It's a small increase, but it's an honest work. It's also time to say goodbye to Bengal. I'm gonna break our alliance because it's time to also kill them. We will finally have some time to rest. We're absolutely dying for our war exhaustion. I'm just kidding, it's fine. But we need time to decrease it, and anyway we have truce with Jaunpur, Bengal, Vijay and Bahmais, the only nations that are left to get the achievement. It really doesn't matter at this point, but we're gonna start the beautiful golden era to strengthen even more our mana spending.
I'm gonna do what's called a pro gamer move.
Theoretically, we have another 100 Diplo mana to spend to annex our vassal. I don't really want to spend it, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna concentrate, so this way we have 101 progression. Even though they are disloyal, they're gonna get annexed in a month tick. And this will make our map absolutely beautiful. I'm so behind in the Diplo tech, what I'm gonna do with this?
Oh no! Anyway,
I can finish my Diplo ideas. And now the diplomatic technology is costing me 218 points. This is very unfortunate, but Bengal allied teamworks just before our truce ended. Whew, this is gonna be hard. At least teamworks have level 6 military technology and I have level 8. And that's gonna be conquest of Midnapore. Let me send the mercs on the border of teamworks to deal with them. And on top of that I'm gonna build 10,000 troops next to Bengal because I have this manpower. And another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 on the border with the Timurids. Wipes are the key in this game, so can I really wipe Bengali troops in this battle? Almost, but I also baited them to attack me here, so dealing with 2 stacks, I can go and start besieging their provinces. Oh, goodbye Mr. Timurids. This war wasn't that bad for us, because thanks to it, I was able to take the 2 provinces that I need for the achievement. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Now we're gonna do a trick with Bengal. Obviously, I'm not able to take all of the provinces that we need for the achievement over here, but I need to leave 10% to break the relations with Timurids and then just do some terrible borders. Before piecing out, I'm gonna turn off Fort in Gauda Then I will peace out. I will attack Jaunpur right away, so it will call Bengal into the war. I will go straight after Gouda. I will siege this fort far faster because they have only 1,000 defenders. While with the rest of the troops, I'm gonna go and start doing a carpet siege. This way, reaching in a few months, with a little bit of carpet siege, I can piece them out. And I shorten my truce from 15 years to just 5 years, so I'll be able to take all of the other provinces in a second. Even though we are at 120 of our extension, we are about to do the new pieces. I just want to core those few provinces. If we annex Jaunpur, tick. From Bahmanis, we do not need all of the princes, we need only those. This means that those will go to my vassal and those will go to myself, and this is just perfect. Take full money on top of that, and that is gonna give us 130 of extension, but we're gonna feed those princes to the vassal. This also unlocks our mission tree a little bit, which doesn't really matter, but we get, yeah, perma-claims on Bengal will be actually useful in the peace deal. Told ya, the truce with Bengal ends super quickly, and that's gonna be conquest of Gouda because we need this province. And as a war goal, it's gonna cost us cheaper. Now I really don't need all of those claims, but as I already conquered those provinces, I keep unlocking more and more and more and more and more and almost all. How many claims we have? We have all of them. Anyway, let me go and peace out Bengal because we can take everything that we need. And this, if you wait a day, this unlocks me the achievement. Emperor of Hindustan. 1509. I think this is not a bad timing to do it in just 64 years. With these beautiful borders, remember Carnatic and Port Nadabar are our vassals. We have even more missions to click. Conquer Bengal, that is morale of armies. Our economy is to be fixed. We need to organize the trade way better than it is right now. But we don't have a single loan. We have positive balance to spending so much on corruption. Tax could be better, especially on the admin, but once I take the next admin, it's easy quantity ideas with this amount of the meal points. So yes, if you enjoyed this type of the content, remember to leave a like on this video, and if you hit 4,000 likes, I'm gonna do Granada into Andalusia campaign. If you're a Blobik enjoyer, you're gonna enjoy the Great Ord in the Mongol Empire series that I did recently.